every time we're on vacation, I always think like, oh my God, this is so much. It's so chaotic. But imagine we had a whole nother person. Like it would feel, obviously I would love her here. It would be so much different. It would be a whole nother life we would have. It would be great. And I'm sad that we'd never get to experience it, but it's always in our minds that how life would be. It would be a lot different.
Welcome back to the No Foot Too Small podcast. My name is Jackie Selsky. I'll be your host today. I'm the Director of Marketing and Communications here at No Foot Too Small. And this is a really special episode for us. We're kicking off National Pregnancy and Infant Loss Awareness Month, October. And we really couldn't think of a better group of people to interview for this episode. And you will see why. We'll be including some special links in the show notes to a video that we taped 7 years ago with a few of our No Foot Too Small kiddos who are now not so much kiddos anymore. And they have graciously agreed to sit on this couch and talk to us a little bit about what it has meant to have an angel sibling, to help raise awareness of pregnancy and infant loss as an earthly sibling. And so I'm going to start with two lovely brothers, Chase and Mason. So thank you guys for joining us today.
Yes, of course. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you. Do you want to tell me which one of you is which and how old you are now?
Yes, I'm Mason Tiernan. I am 15 going into sophomore year at Kennedy High School in Cedar Rapids.
I am Chase Tiernan, 13 years old, going into 8th grade at Harding Middle School.
Awesome. You guys are going into exciting years this year.
That'd be great.
And I heard you're picking up parking permits, so you're driving.
Right after this, yep.
Yeah, totally different seasons of life than that first video, right? Right?
A lot different.
Yeah. Do you guys remember filming that video at all?
No clue.
I remember the building we were in. It was like Iowa themed. I remember that part. I do not remember filming anything.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing a herky or two in there.
There were a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think we purposely didn't show it to you so that we wouldn't prime you to say anything today, but we'll show you afterwards. And it's a pretty sweat video.
Yeah.
So
excited to see that.
Yeah. So I'm going to start with actually the question we did ask was to raise your hand if you have an angel sibling. Yeah. So for everybody watching, you raise your hand.
We do. We do.
You want to tell me their name?
Claire Marie Tiernan is her name. She was born in 2014. Yeah.
Yeah. So she would have been younger than both of you, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Yeah. 2 years by him and 5 for me.
Okay.
And yeah, I was born October 2009, February 2012. So pretty much exactly 2 years younger than Chase.
Yeah.
Same month.
Do you remember her being born?
I remember.
Funny story, actually.
Okay, we need to hear it.
Yes. I was young. He was even younger at the time, but I was pretty young still. I don't remember a lot. I just remember grabbing a stool from the corner. Obviously, a lot of emotions were flowing in the room. I just remember grabbing a stool, getting on it, and telling everybody to stop crying because I had no clue what was going on. Obviously, I don't really remember my feelings, but I can tell. I do remember that part. I can tell I was like confused and nervous and sad. I didn't know really what to feel, so I just wanted people to stop crying.
Yeah, well, I can imagine.
Yeah, that's a big part I remember of it.
What about you?
I don't remember anything, really.
Is that the funny story?
2 years old.
Yeah, you were small.
I just remember that my mom was like crying and I was like, I barely remember it, but I just remember she was always sad all the time and my dad was just trying to help her out.
Yeah, I can imagine. And I bet that was really hard as young kids too, when our brains, it's hard for adults to process, right? We talk, that's why we have a podcast because even all of us grownups are trying to understand how to navigate life with this. And when you're little, it's much harder, right? So you guys are brothers. Do you remember what it felt like to think you were going to have a little sister? Because I don't think my brother was excited to have sisters. So I'm just curious if that was something you were excited about. Or
I'm pretty sure we were pretty both excited.
Yeah.
I don't at least remember a whole ton leading up to it. I can imagine I was pretty excited to have a new sibling.
I remember in our old house that people built I heard this story that people built like a whole room girl themed for Claire, and then it just didn't happen. But I feel like I don't really remember it. And I remember my mom got locked out of it because she didn't want to remember it. Yeah. So they tore it down. So yeah, I don't remember that though. But I just heard that story before.
Yeah.
Well, I know I've had the pleasure of meeting you both before, and I get the pleasure of working with your mama. And so I know you guys are really close with your mom.
Yeah.
So what has that felt like over the years, as a family? You said you saw your mom sad a lot, and I'm sure you guys were sad. How have you guys kind of worked through some of those feelings together? Do you have any good examples of that?
Yeah, I think it's gotten a lot better as we grow older and realize that it should be something that's celebrated rather than grieved upon. I think a big thing I remember is every Christmas Eve at church, we would sing Holy Night, and it would just be dark and light, and it's like a sad tone to the song. So I remember my mom would always have to step out of the room at that time. It was a lot for her. And over the years, that's gone away, and we all stay and we all sing during that time. So I think that's a good growing point that we've stayed during that song to, instead of grieving over it, we celebrate her and sing about that.
That's beautiful. One of the questions I was going to ask is, do you have family traditions or favorite things around the holidays or around Claire's birthday or anything like that you do to celebrate her? Share some of those with me.
Yeah. Every year we go out to dinner with the family. So and we always go to the hospital and give out blankets to the hospital for the babies.
Oh wow! I didn't know you guys did that.
Yeah, every year in the past I don't know if we made them. No, just buy them. We've bought blankets and brung them to the hospital that Claire was born in for newborns.
That is incredible.
Yeah. I think that's a good tradition that we have.
Yeah. One of the reasons we invited you guys here was to help give us ideas on how do we help raise awareness. What a beautiful example of that.
Yes, I think that is a great one.
And I'm sure, what does it feel like when you're there getting to deliver those? Do you get to see some of the families, or do you take them to the healthcare staff? It's kind of just in the lobby. We just kind of give them to the workers there and they deliver them from there. But I think it's a good thing it's a good way to honor her and to make other families feel welcomed into having a new baby. Yeah. It's great. Yeah, that's great. Yeah. Would you add anything to that?
It just feels really good knowing that we're giving blankets out to families in need and that we're just helping out them. Well, and their families, maybe some like yours, right? Yeah. Yep. And 100%. So I know you guys have been part of No Foot Too Small probably pretty much since the beginning, right? You're some of our OGs of No Foot Too Small. So, a long time. Yeah. So you've been able to grow up around other families who've maybe experienced loss, or other brothers and sisters who have angel siblings. What has that meant to you over the years? I think it's been great that we have something to relate to as No Foot Too Small. A ton of families are brought in, and getting to connect with them over similarities it's been great. When I was younger, through the process of trying to get over the loss, not get over it, but to start to celebrate it and understand that it's not just us. It happens to lots of families all over the world. And this is a great place where just a few of them can be brought together and to talk about it and celebrate our angels. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. And about the same what he said, but just connects, all the families connect to each other, and this is a great place to go or to like talk about it and stuff like that. So it just feels really good knowing that my mom has this whole she works for this whole business, and it's just great.
Yeah, your family's really kind of given your whole life to
Yeah.
this cause, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, thank you for all that you guys do too.
Yeah, of course.
What are some of your favorite No Foot Too Small events?
Well, I just recently played in the golf event at Finkbein.
Okay.
And we, not to brag, we did win. Well,
You get to brag.
kind of.
That's the whole point of the golf is you get bragging rights.
We won not the first flight, but the second flight. We got
Nice.
pretty much the same prize as the actual winners.
Nice. Good job.
Yes, it was a fun event got my buddies in it and one of my mom's good friends. So it was a great time to connect about that and golf while we're at it. It was fun.
That is awesome.
Yes, that's probably my favorite. And the year before this year, I helped work at it. I went early and set things up for it. And that was really fun too. We got to play a couple holes also while we waited for groups to come in
Hey,
2
that's
years
a perk.
ago. I know.
Yeah.
It was great. But it was fun seeing all the people come in and knowing the reason we're there is to celebrate the Angels.
Yeah. And I know sometimes we do invite a lot of teenagers and high schoolers to come volunteer. What
Mhm.
advice would you give maybe to a kid who either has an Angel sibling or doesn't, but might need some volunteer hours or something?
Yeah.
What would you tell them?
I think this is a great place to do it. No Foot Too Small, they have a lot of volunteer opportunities. It's a great cause to do it for. It's great hours. I think I very much recommend it.
Yeah. And you get to hang with the golf pro. so.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. So what about you? What's your favorite No Foot Too Small event?
I have two really good ones.
Okay.
One is the gala, or
Okay.
gala, whatever you want to call
Gala.
it.
Or gala, as I say. There's so many different ways.
Or the butterfly one.
Yeah. Blooms and butterflies.
Blooms and butterflies.
Yeah.
We recently had that just
Yeah.
a few. I know this will be coming out in
Yeah.
October, but
Yeah.
we're recording a little ahead of time.
Yes.
So, and you guys were there this year?
Mm-hmm. No, not this year.
Okay.
Next year.
Last year we
okay.
were at, I don't know where it was at, but that was one of my favorites
It was
last
in
year.
Des Moines, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, and gala, it was really fun there. Like, just a lot of people there, and it's fun seeing people. It's just wear suits. It's just super fancy there, and it just gives me a good vibe, you know.
Yeah.
And all people there have to deal with grief, and it just reminds me that we are all special, that we have angels out there.
I really love that perspective a lot. There is something powerful about being in a room of other people who just kind of understand what we're going through, right?
Yeah.
And I think we don't get that necessarily at school or at work. And
Yep,
so,
definitely.
yeah, it's,
A whole different environment.
yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah. So another question I have is, what do you imagine life looking like if Claire were here Earthside with you today?
Yeah, I feel like, obviously, I feel like I've had these thoughts all my life, pretty much. I feel like we would be arguing a lot. I don't know. It's just a sibling thing
Yeah,
when you're growing up, and I just feel like her having a room and like me just barging in, stealing her stuff just as a joke. But yeah, I can imagine that we would argue a lot, but also love each other. But yeah, it'd be great to have her. Well, we do have her, but it'd just be great.
Yeah. I think it would be a lot. I don't know. It would be a lot different. I don't know why. Every time we're on vacation, I always think like, oh my God, this is so much. It's so chaotic. But you imagine we had a whole nother person. Like it would feel,
Yeah.
obviously I would love her here. It would be so much different. It would be a whole nother life we would have. It would be great. And I'm sad that we'd never get to experience it, but it's always in our minds that how life would be. It would be a lot different. It would be a lot different.
Yeah. And if you think about it, you wouldn't have the same exact house, car
No.
Mhm.
if she was alive. And like, since there's 2 boys in the house, it's a lot for parents.
It's
Not
very
having-
wise of you to recognize, I think, at your age.
Yeah. And like, like during vacation, we'd have to do a lot more, like not only what we like to do, but what she would like to do.
Yeah.
And just, it'd be a lot different.
It would be. I've never even actually thought about it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. It would be different.
Yeah.
It would be a fun life though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think she would be into?
Soccer. I don't know.
Soccer.
I just
Cool.
have a feeling.
I feel like she would like to dance. That's something I feel like she would. I've always imagined her as a dancer. I don't know why, but I feel like that's
Love
what
that.
she would be into.
I love that. Well, you guys are sporty and
Yeah.
theatrical, and I mean, that would make total sense.
Yes.
She'd probably be a blend of both of you, right?
Exactly. That would be perfect.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you guys have any examples of sharing Claire maybe in school or anything like that too?
Sometimes it gets brought up vaguely, not really during like a school lesson per se, but my friends ask about it. I love to talk about it and let them know like how it is if they are wondering, obviously.
Yeah.
But I think it's always good to talk about it with my friends that have not experienced that, so they know how I feel and how I felt and how I've grown through it all.
Yeah. So if somebody asks you how many siblings you have, what do you normally say?
I say 2, Chase and
Yeah, so
Claire.
why? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So she's a big part. I mean, she's
Oh yeah.
your sister
Oh, yeah.
all day, every day.
Yes, she very much is, whether she's here with us now or not. She's our sister.
Yeah.
Yep.
Have you felt any signs from her as you've grown up where you just know she's with you?
I feel that a lot. Through hard times or whatever happens, I tend to look in the sky and I do think about her a ton. How she's always there and she's always helped me through a ton of different things.
Looking at us, helping us.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at you when you're being naughty and good, right?
I guess she has to be there for that too.
Yeah. Well, she's probably looking at you guys for protection too.
Yeah.
I know I always wanted a big brother. There's something special when you're a girl to have a big brother. So she's got 2 really good big brothers.
Yeah.
She's a lucky girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
Well, I always like to ask our guests a special question as we wrap up our conversation. So if you could say one thing to Claire today, what would you say?
I don't know. I would probably ask how she's been and what she's experienced in her life so far and what has been her favorite moments of her life and just overall how has she been doing. That's what I would ask her.
That might be one of the deepest answers we've had from our youngest guests.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
That's probably what I would say.
I love that.
Yeah. I would probably say, like, how have you been doing, stuff like that. And I'd say I love you because I never got the chance to say that. So, and I would love to say that. It'd just make me feel better, you know?
Well, I know she knows that.
Mm-hmm.
And she can hear it.
Yeah.
And she can feel it from you. Absolutely. Because we can feel it in the room from you today. So thank you guys so much for joining us on the couch. Is there anything else that you'd like to add or say to other families before we close up?
Yeah, just keep doing, if you're with this organization, keep doing what you're doing. It's been great so far. Many more years to come, obviously. I've been loving every second of it and just, keep it going.
Yeah, if you're ever dealing with that kind of stuff, just come here and they'll help you out. And it's just a lot to deal with. We get it, and just know that we're all here for you.
That's perfect. I don't think I could say anything better. So thank you guys so much.
Yes, thank you.
Maybe we'll talk to you again in 7 years.
Yes, we'll see.
Yeah.
That would be great.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, if you need to take a quick break, now's the time. We're going to come back and talk to a few more of the kids from our earlier video. Welcome back to the No Foot Too Small podcast. As promised, we have a second round of kiddos from our video from 7 years ago. So I have some new special guests on the couch with me, and I'm going to have you guys introduce yourselves. So do you mind sharing your name and how old you are?
My name is Will, and I'm 11.
Okay.
My name is Braxton, I'm 11. My name is Sunny, and I'm 11.
You guys are all the same age?
Yeah.
So what grade are you going into this year?
I'm going into 6th.
Okay.
I'm going into 5th.
Okay.
I'm going into 6th.
Are you excited?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, obviously you guys have been part of No Foot Too Small for a while. So would one of you be able to explain to me what No Foot Too Small is?
It's kind of like an organization for families that have an angel.
Yeah. And I know in the earlier video, we asked you, because you were little kids, to raise your hand if you had an angel sibling. So I'm going to be silly and ask you to raise your hand if you have an angel sibling. All right. Do you want to tell me your angels' names? Start with you, Will.
My angels' names are Peyton and Patrick.
Okay.
My angel's name is Gabe.
Gabe, okay.
My angel's name is Naomi.
Do you know how old they would be today?
Peyton would be 13 and Patrick would be 10.
Okay. So you would be right in the middle. Okay.
Gabe would be 9, but he would turn 10 soon.
Okay.
Naomi would be 12.
So you'd have a big sister bossing you around. So do those of you who have angel siblings who are younger than you, do you remember your angel siblings at all? Do you remember the times when they were born or when mom and dad were talking about them when you were little?
Yeah, little.
Yeah, a little bit. What do you remember from that time? That's okay. You were really little.
Well, I don't think I really remember anything.
Yeah, it was a long time ago, right? And thankfully, we've all been part of No Foot Too Small, which kind of helps us make memories together as a family, right? So I want to know what your favorite experiences have been. What's your favorite No Foot Too Small event that you've been to?
Angels in the outfield.
Okay. Well, yeah, you're a big baseball player. That makes sense. You want to talk to us a little bit about what Angels in the Outfield is?
Angels in the outfield is where you get to go to a baseball game and celebrate your angels.
And we hang out there at the stadium all day.
And at the end, you get to have your a poster with your angel's name in the outfield.
Yeah, it's like the pink heart, right? And you get to go out on the actual field, which is pretty cool, and take pictures, right?
Yeah.
And then do you guys take your heart home with you?
Yeah.
Do you put it up in your yard or anything at home, or you just keep it for the next year?
We put ours in our garage.
Ooh, okay. Nice. All right, what about you guys? What are your favorite events?
Mine's probably Angels in the Outfield too.
Okay. What about you, Sunny?
Mine's probably Blooms and Butterflies.
Blooms and Butterflies. Okay, so what's your favorite part of Angels in the Outfield?
I don't know. I just like it all, I guess.
Yeah, it's fun.
To spend time with my family and kind of celebrate our angel.
Yeah. Do you guys see each other at some of these events? Have you kind of become friends from some of these events?
I've seen them, but I don't remember it a lot.
Yeah. Well, we get together just a couple times a year, right? And we go to different schools but is it kind of fun to see each other and just know that you have somebody who kind of understands what you're going through?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you guys have been coming to these events for a long time together, right? So, Sunny, what's your favorite part about Blooms and Butterflies?
I like letting go of the butterflies.
You want to tell people who maybe don't know about it what we do?
We let go of the butterflies as to show that we love our angel baby.
I love that. And then do the butterflies always fly away right away?
Not always. They have to warm up a little.
Yeah, they do, right? Do they kind of sit on your hand or?
They fly to something.
It's fun. And everybody releases one at the same time, right? And we have things like face painting and balloon artists at all of these events. Have you ever had your face painted?
Yeah.
You had something cool. What have you had?
Like a flower.
Ooh, okay.
Honestly, I can't
remember.
I think I had a tiger.
Ooh, cool. Okay. So there's just lots of fun activities, right? At all of the events. So one question I want to ask you, what are some of your family traditions that you do at home to celebrate your angels?
Sometimes on his birthday, we visit his gravesite. We put flowers on his grave, and then we launch lanterns into the sky.
Oh, pretty. What does that make? What does that feel like when you do that?
Just feels like I'm showing remembrance to him, and it feels a lot. I don't know.
Feels special.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Yeah, and it's a tradition, so you get to look forward to it every year.
Mm-hmm.
Really neat. Thank you for sharing that. I like that one.
I also visit her gravesite. We have a picnic. We take pictures by the tree to just remember her.
What do you normally have at your picnic?
We have
Is it different every time?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a special one. What about you, Will?
On my sister's birthday, my dad gets my mom pink roses, and on my brother's birthday, my dad gets my mom white roses.
I really love that.
And we let like balloons up in the sky on their birthdays.
Ooh, that's always fun to watch. Those fly
And
forever.
eat cake and stuff.
I would have cake too. That's a good idea. What kind of cake do you normally make? Or is it different every year?
Different.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Are your mom and dad happy when they give each other the flowers? Do they
Yeah.
really, is that a special thing to see them do that?
Yeah.
I really like that tradition a lot. When you guys think of your sisters and brothers, where do you picture them? What do you think they're doing?
Like they're in heaven watching me, kind of. What I envision.
Do you feel like you feel that sometimes? Feel like Gabe's watching over you a little bit?
Yeah, a little bit.
I feel like she's watching me in my heart on my every move.
Even when you're naughty?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what siblings are for, right? That's a really special answer, Sunny. Thank you.
Yeah, I think they're watching me too.
Do you feel them sometimes? Yeah. What makes you feel them feel like they're with you? Do you have any examples of that?
When we have like some pictures of him in our house, when I look at the pictures, it makes me feel like he's kind of with me.
Yeah. And he's in there all the time with you. Absolutely.
We also have some pictures that remind me of it.
We have these like gold hearts. That's what I feel.
That's what you have as a way to remember them?
Yeah.
Are they in your house?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. So what would you tell another little boy who has an angel sibling about No Foot Too Small if they've never come to No Foot Too Small events before?
To remember them and celebrate them.
Yeah. That we're here for them and they can come have fun with us?
Yeah.
Maybe that it's like really special to get to be with other people that are also kind of going through what you go through.
Yeah. It's kind of nice to just be in a room with people who understand, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you don't really have to explain how we're feeling or anything. Sometimes we get to just have fun and be together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what do you think if your angel siblings were here today? What do you think they would like to do or that you would like to do together?
I would like to play like wiffle ball with them.
Do you think they'd be as good at baseball as you are?
No.
No, probably not. So you'd be teaching them how to be good.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good brother role.
I'd want to probably like play catch with my brother.
I would want to spend time with my sister and get to know her personality more.
Yeah. Do you think she'd be into sports with you?
Maybe.
Or maybe into like dancing or something? Yeah. It'd be kind of fun it's fun to think about what they would like, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I have a special question that I like to ask everybody. If you could say something to your angel siblings today, what would you say?
I love you.
The perfect answer.
Yeah, I love you. You're the best sibling.
Oh, that's really sweet. I bet they would say that back. Yeah. Got lots of siblings who love you, so that's really special. And all of you have siblings at home too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, younger siblings. What has it been like growing up with your younger siblings?
Sometimes it can be fun. Sometimes it can be really annoying.
That sounds about right.
Sometimes it's fun spending time with them. Sometimes they just get on your nerves.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. That's a good summary. Absolutely. So if we're going to close up our conversation today and we're going to tell people how we can raise awareness of our angels, what would you tell people? What's maybe one example of a way that we really like to celebrate, our favorite way to celebrate?
I don't know. I would really like to hang out with other people that also have angels because they're kind of like, they know what you're going through and just feels kind of special to be with other people.
So find some friends who understand.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good advice.
Sometimes I just like to talk to them about it because they understand.
Yeah. Do you guys have friends in school or anything outside of No Foot Too Small that have experienced it too?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do?
Yeah. I don't think I do.
Oh, well, good. I'm glad you can come to the No Foot Too Small events with us then. Well, what about you? You're the final one. What advice would you give to somebody? What's your favorite way to celebrate?
Probably just like talk to people that also have had that also have angels because they know the same way you're feeling.
It's perfect. Yeah, I think you guys all shared the most important advice we could share, right? Is there anything I didn't ask you that you want to share about your angels?
Probably not. I don't think so.
Okay. Right. Well, thank you guys so much for being on the couches with me today. This was really special. And maybe we'll call you back in 7 years again. See where you're at then. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys. And thank you for tuning into this really special episode of the No Foot Too Small podcast. If you are a family navigating pregnancy or infant loss, we would really love to connect with you. And especially if you've got kiddos at home, we'd love to get you plugged in and maybe meeting some of these special families. You can get all of the information that you need at nofoottosmall.org. Shout out to Storyline Multimedia for holding space for these important conversations. And we will catch you at the next episode.
Mom, do you know what I did today?
What did you do?
Go golfing.
You went golfing with Dad? That's pretty awesome. Okay, guys, I have a really serious question for you. Are you all listening? Will, son, who here has an angel? Rex, do you have an angel too? You all have angels? Hey, what's your angel's name?
Cliff.
And where does she live?
In heaven.
Should we all get back on the bench?
Yeah.
Raise your hand if you've celebrated your angel before. Rex, what did you do to celebrate? You think Claire rests a lot? She's got it made, huh? Ooh, I have a question. Can you sit on the bench with us? Does anyone celebrate?
This is fall.
What does it mean to you?
A lot.
And you said